Good morning, students of class 10. You're welcome back to the e-classes now. Let us continue our lesson in history. We are doing the movements, nationalist movement in Indochina, and we have reached 4.0. So here, religion and anti-colonialism. Here we have reached, and we are coming to the end portion of this part. And in our next class we will do the vision of modernization. That's 4.5. So here 4.0, in this we don't have separate parts, only 4 points is there. There are altogether 6 points. Pay attention and listen carefully. Your attention is required. The more you pay attention, more it becomes clear for you, can understand anything. So you don't have any problem later on or to understand the chapter. Only thing we need to learn part by part. So religion and anti-colonialism. So the Vietnamese thought that the Europeans or the colonizers are attacking their identity, their religion, culture and so on. So the many religious movements were organized, and number one, among those many religious movements, among the many, one such religious movement was the Hoa movement. Among the many, one of the famous religious movement was the Hoa movement. It began in 1939. This Hoa movement began in 1939 and gained great popularity and support in the Mekong Delta. Mekong is a river, big river in Vietnam. So this Hoa movement gained great popularity and people liked it and supported. They followed Hoa movement. Now who was the founder of this Hoa movement? Let's talk about. The founder of this Hoa movement was a man. He was a man called Nguyen Phu So. Nguyen Phu So. So he was a man, a Vietnamese name. He was the founder of this Hoa movement. Why he gained popularity? His movement gained popularity. His ideals were very good for the society. He helped the poor. First of all, he helped the poor. He used to treat people. When they were sick, he used to treat them. He helped the poor. His criticism against useless expenditure, he told the people not to spend the money uselessly. Careless use of money. Do not spend recklessly. Save the money. So his criticism against useless expenditure had a wide appeal. Appeal means people liked his ideas. Yes, we need the money, we should not spend carelessly. Useless expenditure should be avoided. So he told the people. And people liked it, appreciated it. It had received this, his ideas received a wide appeal from the people. Number 3, he also opposed. Oppose means to go against or speak against. He also opposed the sale of child brides during marriages, such as in India we call it dowry system. He opposed the sale of child brides. During marriages, you should not provide money. So child brides, gambling, he also opposed gambling. He taught people not to gamble, not to play cards or gamble, and the use of alcohol and opium. So in a sense he was a social reformer, a type of. He wanted to advise the people, he wanted to make them understand or persuade them these are evil practices followed in the system or in their society. It has to be stopped. He was a social reformer and his movement was named as a famous popular movement named as Hoa movement. He advised the people, stop gambling, stop taking opium and liquor. Do not spend the money carelessly. You should not sell your children during marriages. Stop the sale of child brides. These are against our society. It is not good. We must change this. We must stop this. So he was a social reformer as well as a religious thought. He having religious thoughts and wanted to protect the identity of his people. So now French tried to suppress the movement. Religious movements were suppressed. Their leaders were arrested. French tried to suppress the movement. Suppress means stop. Suppress the movement. They declared him mad. They declared this man mad. He is mad. And put him in mental asylum. The founder of the Hoa movement was arrested. They called him mad and they put him in mental asylum, where insane people are kept. Mental asylum. They declared that he is mentally disturbed. He must be put in mental asylum. Why the French tried to suppress this movement? Because this man, the founder of the Hoa movement, he advised the people not to spend recklessly. If they stop spending, how will the French gain profits? The people need to pay for the things they purchase from the French. So this man, he advised the people not to spend money carelessly. Don't buy unnecessary things. So this really made or annoyed the French. And they also thought that this man is uniting the people of Vietnam against the French. That's why he was arrested. They declared him mad and put him in mental asylum. And later on, finally in 1941, what happened? The French exiled him to Laos. The French took him to Laos and imprisoned him so that his people will not see him, so that his people will not follow him. So he was exiled to Laos. It was also part of the Indochina. We have learned before. Indochina comprising of Vietnam, Laos and Cambodia. It was under French rule. His followers were sent to the concentration camp. You know what is the meaning of concentration camp? People were kept in the concentration camp and later on they were executed. They were killed. That is called concentration camps. So the followers were sent to the concentration camps and later on they were executed or they were killed or hanged or shot them down. So these type of movements, after seeing all these things, after understanding, reading, going through these portion of the chapter, these type of movements ultimately inspired nationalism to fight against the colonizers. Ultimately, it will inspire the people, native people of that area to raise a voice against the Europeans and fight to liberate their country from their grip, from their clutches or from their rule. So these type of movements, the history is full of these type of movements in every part of the world. Wherever the country is colonized, was colonized, there you will find various type of movements organized by various section of the people, various groups, and as a whole the native citizen of those countries, they started various type of movements to raise voice against the colonizers. It also inspired them to fight to liberate the country and inspired nationalism. Nationalism means feeling for the country. ready to die for the country, do something for the country, to liberate the country from those Europeans who colonized their native land. So in this way, these various type of movements we have learned so far inspired nationalism. Whether it is in Vietnam, whether it is in India, or it is in Africa, or in any other part of the world, these movements always inspired the local people or native people of that area to speak out or raise a voice or take actions or oppose the outsiders who ruled and took over their country. So in this way, so in our next class we'll talk about, to be continued, 5.0. We don't have part over here, 4.0, that's all. We don't have 4.1, 4.2, 4.3, 4.4, 4.5 in this way. We don't have separate parts. We have only one part, 4.0. Now we'll go to 5.0. So straight away, 5.0, the vision of modernization. So we'll talk about that in our, and learn about this in our next class. So that's all for today. You can take the screenshot if you want. If you have the will to learn, where there is a will, there is a way. You can take the screenshot and you can copy the notes, or you can learn when you are offline. So you must use your head how to learn, how to gain maximum from the short period. So that's all for today. We will meet in the next class. Thank you very much for your attention and for your presence in the class. That's all today. Thank you very much. So for your easiness, you can take the screenshot. Let me bend a little bit. Yes. That's it.